I'm going to tell you a little bit about procedures and hostage situations. In reference to anybody limiting my options of me traveling, me going to my mother and father's mansions, people trying to limit my options and benefits, such as, finances or monies or, you know, traveling or things of which people have tried to limit. Like, for instance, somebody from Rail called me. Her name was Ashley. She called me from Rail. I spoke to somebody before. I spoke to him. I said, I have a cat. I have to take my cat with me. They said, oh, yeah, you can bring your cat. You can stay in the hotel room with your cat, and when you're in school training for your CDL at Rail, the cat can stay in the hotel room. Then they said, well, the cat, can stay in the hotel room. And they even said that when I go out on the road with the trainer, I could bring my cat. They even said before that they handled travel expenses. This lady said, no. Today she called. Said, no, you can't bring your cat. No, you can't take your cat to the hotel room. No, you cannot take your cat on the road with you, with the trainer. So in reference to, and the first phone call was recorded too, when they said I could bring my cat and could stay in a hotel room with the cat, could take my cat on the road, but this person called me and said no. So I guess I'm not going to be going with Rail at this time, so I'm not sure. But in reference to, I don't know if she was a government agent or not, but in reference to, like, for instance, situations. So, I might call Rail later and see what's going on. But, in reference to government agents or government people limiting my rights and freedom of choice, and them limiting my finances, and if they're holding on to monies that my mother had placed in Indianapolis for me, people blocking me from that money. See, my mother had sent millions of dollars plus to Indianapolis, and some people was holding on to monies in Indianapolis. My mother was a multi-billionaire. My mother was one of the richest women in the world, and my father was one of the richest men in the world. So, in reference to people that are holding on to monies, like, for instance, I'm supposed to be at my mother and father's mansions, and I got kidnapped from California, and people had been blocking me from my mother and father's mansions, and they were blocking me from my money and revenues from the entertainment industry and media and sports, which they're still blocking me. And I haven't received nothing in the mail from anywhere. Plus, there's lawsuit monies in reference to people trying to injure me. The government's trying to cover that up because one of their government agents is trying to steal the money, I guess. But in reference to the history of government agents playing phone tricks or government agents blocking me from monies that they had intercepted, or that they claimed that they thought it was suspicious money when people had sent letters, or entertainment people and directors and production offices had sent monies. These government people confiscated it illegally and tried to call it funny money, or they tried to make up lies, and that is attempted murder. These people are intentionally stealing the monies that I was supposed to have received, and they're trying to categorize it, and they're trying to label it as suspicious monies, when directors and writers and entertainers and probably some attorneys tried to send monies, but these people kept intercepting it and calling it funny money as their way of hiding it and washing the monies, is what these government people in whatever branch of government has been doing. And then they've used impersonators to try to steal my identity. In reference to attorney law, under a hostage situation, any words that anybody says that causes even more illegal detainment is attempted murder. You guys understand that, right? So in reference to, this is classified as a hostage situation. A labor hostage situation, people trying to steal genetics, people trying to steal my identity, people trying to steal property and land, people trying to steal my mother and father's mansions, people trying to steal my career in the entertainment industry, people trying to make me into a slave. Every word that anybody says has to be documented. Any activity of any words that is influenced by the hostage holders or dirty government. And don't forget, I'm a royal VIP. It even says that in all 50 states. I'm supposed to be a VIP all the time. Very important person, you know. And these people are trying to steal my benefits with their impersonators. I'm not even their race. Their impersonator's not the same race as me. My DNA is one of a kind. And I'm the only child of my mother and father. But, you know, in reference to people detouring the facts of me receiving money when I was supposed to receive monies, which they stole the monies, whoever they are. It never arrived in the mailbox wherever it was coming from. And in reference to people, phone conversations, telemarketer type scams of these government people trying to alter information, trying to alter the history of things, is attempts of murder. Anything that deprives me of money, freedom, rights of any kind is attempted murder. So in reference to government blocking me from my mother and father's mansions, government blocking me from checks or credit cards or financial monies that people have tried to send to me, even scholarships. Somebody trying to steal my scholarships, they can be arrested for attempts of murder. This is a nationwide known situation. Rural protocols in all 50 states. So no matter what somebody says, no matter what anybody tries to claim they were just joking, anything that causes a delay of my rights and freedom can be considered attempts of murder and conspiring. And I'm very serious about this. So in reference to people, anything that blocks me from monies, this is a hostage situation, so there should have been money coming from all 50 states from each and every governor. They're joking me again. You understand that? So, you know, in reference to, I gotta highlight my hair again. So in reference to anything, any illegal confiscation of government confiscating monies or letters or fan mail, or motion picture contracts, or you know, performing arts contracts of any kind, or a business or Wall Street business opportunities that people have tried to send to me, or you know, computer company opportunities, or you know, video game productions and things like that. You know, everything, anything of any person detouring my rights of freedom or detouring my financial receiving of monies is 100% criminal. Meaning when they do those things. And can be considered as conspiring with hostage holders, conspiring with financial thieves, conspiring with illegal government if these people are doing this. Because the government knows, in reference to treasury documents of my identity and who my parents are, there are procedures and guidelines of the way they were supposed to deliver monies to the mailbox. And in reference to direct deposits, anybody stealing monies, when somebody tried to direct deposit money into my account and somebody rerouted it, or they roadblocked it or detoured it, that can be considered, obviously that would be theft, and that would also be considered depriving me of my rights when people have tried to send me money because they were either friends with my mother or father, or they might be attorneys, or it might be lawsuit monies or insurance monies from when I've worked at places and the government tried to murder me and they were burning me with satellites and damaging my face and teeth. Any type of depriving me of monies, lawsuits, insurance, and insurance cases and lawsuits in reference to some insurance companies tried to murder me because they didn't want to pay me the monies in reference to policies that my mother and father had, or in reference to on-the-job history of where government people had tried to murder me and they've tried to steal my identity. Anything and everything in this type of situation, such as a satellite man burning me, that's attempted murder. That's mutilations. That's sex crimes, sexual violent crimes of satellite controllers. And that is considered mutilation. I am a historic person. The Royal Protocol is a historic document of great importance of my identity. It is a blueprint of my face, anatomy, arms, legs, feet, and everything else. There's physical photographs, DNA information, fingerprint information in reference to the Royal Protocol and the media. There's no way for the government to get confused, and there's no way for the government to have any right to try to be touching on me or causing me injuries at all. The Royal Protocol is one of the most detailed documents of a person's identity, which is my identity and who I am. It's a complete documentation of, bone structure, teeth, numbers of teeth, size of the nose, color of eyes, birthmarks, beauty marks on the body, scars of information. It's not allowed to be altered either. The document was there when my mother and father, when the document was made, and the government's not allowed to be scarring or damaging on my body because they wanted to see if they could get some popularity by trying to add scars or injuries in the media. Because the Royal Protocol is a blueprint of my anatomy, which is in all TV shows and movies too. So in reference to these people trying to scar on me because they thought it would end up in a movie, no, things don't work that way. Those people have to get arrested for physical abuse and physical injury and attempts of murder. So, in reference to the guidelines of this type of situation, anybody intercepting money, anybody using impersonators, anybody trying to forge documents of finances, or they're trying to cash stolen checks, or these people that are stealing the monies that people tried to send to me, those people have to get arrested. Anything can be considered additional crimes of a hostage situation and additional crimes of physical assault, additional abuses of people conspiring. But, in reference to the truck driving industry, I haven't received anything from the Teamsters or the independent truck drivers that know me that might have tried to send monies or information. Haven't received nothing from anywhere. And in reference to people always trying to put me in a lower class, people blocking me from opportunities, and then they tried to force me to be a waiter in restaurants, or where they were stealing my money and lawsuit monies. Like these people blocking me from my lawsuit monies is attempts of murder. And then them trying to tell me to go out and be a slave while they're holding on to monies in the millions or however much, they can get arrested, whoever they are. They're aiding and abetting criminals that have been holding me hostage and burning on me and torturing me. The fact that these people even walking into a satellite control room after they have burnt on me before is attempts of murder. Once somebody tries to burn on me or tries to hurt me from a satellite, they're supposed to shut them down, or they're supposed to arrest them, no matter who the fuck they are, even if they were high-ranking government. My parents was richer than any politician. My grandparents was richer than any politicians or anybody in government. So it's very important in reference to the guidelines and facts of criminal conspiring, of people that are stealing money, people stealing postal mail, people trying to steal my identity, people holding me hostage, people physically assaulting me, people trying to cost me money under a hostage situation. It is attempts of murder. And hello, truck drivers. Many things of importance. That satellite man's messing with my throat. More videos in the future. Role protocol in the media is my identity, who I am and who my parents are.